Hey guys, how's it going? So in the last episode, I was talking about entering the Tabletop Crafters Guild build off for September, which is to build a monster, right? So I had tons of different ideas, but I went for this one. Originally I was going to do a cockatrix, but I changed my mind and kind of worked through some ideas and started on this guy here. But I've kind of hit a snag in the road, and I'm wondering if you can give me any tips. So basically the idea here, as you can see, is this large winged cheetah, okay, but obviously his ears are his wings. So you'll see I've kind of built up the base here, and this is just Skrillex, you know, the company that do the really nice figures, the animal figures. So I actually bought this guy for this idea. I was originally going to do a lion with feathers, but basically, yeah, so this is the base I have so far, and the idea is to use these craft feathers here to, you know, attach and become like an actual wing, like a bird. But the only problem I'm looking at now is I've researched it, and painting feathers, it doesn't work well with spray paint. With out of a can, we'll say, like a primer. So I've done some experiments here to the side. It absolutely kind of ruins the feather. You'll see this one actually isn't too bad, but to get full coverage isn't great. This was just a test, just with some Army Painter primer. So that was obviously a yellow one originally. And this one was just with tinned down black paint. So it absolutely ruins the feather altogether. So this is kind of my problem at the moment. This is a snag in the road here. I want to like get this guy ready. He has to be done by the end of September. And I did, you know, some research here. You'll see in the background I have some reference, just different types of wings. I didn't really go mad on using any of these, but this kind of idea for a creature isn't rare. I suppose it's kind of been done before, like this cute little guy here, this guy in the corner, and these kind of foxes as well, desert foxes I think they're called, just to get some real life reference, just for the fur and that kind of thing. Now there is other ones here in the corner. You'll see this is from Fantastic Beasts, this lion creature. These were kind of an original idea. This guy up the top was just, I just put him on because I thought he was cool and I could do something else with him. And these guys, something similar again. And then up in the corner, these were the original inspiration. These kind of feathered lions. If you just Google feathered lion creature, not feathered, sorry, flower lion. They look awesome. They're really, really cool, and I really like their stance. So that was the original kind of idea, but then it kind of turned into this cheetah. Because I thought I wanted to use something crazy. I wanted to use a different material in the feathers. So yeah, coming back to it again, this is the problem. I looked it up online, and to really paint these, I think properly, you need an airbrush. Now I'm not really in the position right now to get one and get set up with that by the end of September. So I'm kind of stuck as to what I can do. There is obviously the option of buying enough of these. Now I've trimmed them down because they come in this pack, and I think they're quite cheap, you know what I mean? They could be €2, €3. You get tons of them. And I've kind of trimmed them down so they kind of look like feathers. They actually have a decent bit of shape to them. And then I've done a selection of smaller ones again for more detail. So what I could do is get enough of, you know, one or two colors and go with that, because I don't want to do a crazy mix of all different colors, because I think that would look quite silly. I don't think it would look very natural. You know, if I do maybe maximum 3 colors, like something like a parrot or something like that, could be quite cool. So I did originally just a little bit of sketches just to kind of have an idea. Yeah, so this was kind of afterwards the idea, right? Obviously the anatomy isn't fantastic, don't worry about that, and my fantastic handwriting here is embarrassing, but just the idea of it, that this is all feather, mad feather fur coming up here, and just kind of a mane of feather, and then some on the tail as well, with some wings on the tail. So I imagine this creature has been done before somehow, you know, just reminds me of a Digimon as well. And you'll see this kind of design here, just nothing crazy, just to change it up a bit, just to have an idea of what I'm doing before I start. But yeah, this is where I am at the moment. This is the scale here. Beside this lady, I actually finished her up finally. So she has a cool little base, and they're actually 2 brush bristles glued in between the base, just for some little weeds coming through. They actually came out pretty cool. I did it on this little mouse guy I've been meaning to finish for ages, and gave him some dandelions. So Yeah, okay. This is what I'm saying. I'm procrastinating on this guy and finishing up all these other things because I'm kind of stuck. Yeah, so you'll see here a little bit of green stuff work on the face there. I'm extending his face because I'm going to do more fur coming off here, and I'm going to give him big, huge whiskers as well because I thought that would be cool. I have this scrubber, you know, the ones from cleaning cleaning plates and that. Sorry, like doing washing up. That on the back just for fur. Now originally that was for to fit in the feathers. I don't know how effective that's actually going to be. Maybe I'll have to end up taking that off. So this is kind of the stage I'm at the moment, and I'm not sure whether to go ahead with the feathers because that was the whole idea of the build in the first place, or to try some other material. And now I have done some little horns here just for his head as well. That's why, if he's going to focus, yeah, that's why he's got the little holes in his head. Okay, that's not going to fit. Oh, it is. Yeah, this little horns just to make him a little bit more different, and I'll maybe sculpt over them and give him a wee bit more detail. So that was him so far, him or her or whatever, so far. And this is his base that I built up. So he's going to be kind of really epic looking, I suppose. And I have no idea why I went and did this, but I did a lot of balancing rocks. You know that thing people do? Balance rocks. And the idea is that this is up on a platform really, really high up. And I'll actually put fluff between here to be like clouds. So he'll be like really, really high up. And the idea is that these are balanced all the way up. Just to set a cool scene, you know what I mean? And he'll be looking pretty sweet on his rock there. I don't worry about all this kind of space between here. I can always fill that in. But that's Foamex and hot glue here, some pebbles and some milliput just to kind of fix it all together. I don't know why I left this hole here actually. I can fill that in or figure something out, maybe put through vines or something like that. I actually don't know why. Maybe I'll put a little critter or something in there. But this is what I'm saying. The main thing is get this guy finished. And I'm kind of a little bit stuck at the moment between the feathers or what to do with it. But I'm going to keep going at it. I'm going to finish the detail of the fur and his face because I think that's looking okay, but I can't do that all over the body and it would kind of defeat the purpose. And this looks horrible right now, so I have to do something with this. So that's a little bit of an update, guys, on what I'm doing with that guy. I was going to hold off and not show it obviously until it's done, but sometimes it's more interesting to see the process and just how the idea evolves, and sometimes you have to change actually your idea altogether because your materials, you're not really in the right situation to work with them, obviously with the feathers. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully I'll do some kind of an update and get this guy finished and he'll look okay in the end, and I can talk about how I kind of worked through it and enter him in a competition and beat Frankie D. Crafter. Alright guys, cheers. I'll catch you in the next one. Alright, good luck.